Welcome, everyone, to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA this Saturday afternoon. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. A chance here to see the Eastern Conference standings. Guys, we've certainly seen some interesting midseason storylines. Taking a look at Atlanta, they're in 5th place, right in the middle of the conference. Still time to improve that positioning.
Well, right now for the Hawks, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
From here on out is just about putting in the work, coming to every game ready to compete, and never giving less than your best.
So the Houston starting 5. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court, and it's Eason in its small forward. And for the Hawks, Risacher and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Grant, trade talks always ramp up this time of year. But if you're a player in those rumors, that can really take a mental toll.
Oh, B.A., absolutely. Especially the first time it happens. You have to try and remind yourself that it's a business. But sometimes that doesn't make it any easier.
Now, here's Green. Turned in an outstanding game against Memphis. Capella with a block. Here's the break. Here's Risacher. Kept alive. Back to Johnson. Here's Daniels, guarded by Van Vliet. 5 to shoot. It's Daniels with a drive. Here's Capella. That shot, no good. Good D by Şengün. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. We talked about Fred Van Vliet and how coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
Allie, thank you. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And Richard, the former 2nd overall pick in 2021. We all see the potential for Jalen Green.
When you see the physical ability combined with his shooting range, he's got a chance to be one of the top scorers in this league.
Now here's Young. Really played well against Phoenix in his last game. Buries it down low.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Şengün. 6 to shoot. Van Vliet misses. The Hawks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Daniels. 3-pointer off the mark.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Van Vliet, the pass to Eason. Back to Van Vliet. Şengün against Capella. From the stripe. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And there's the lob. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. Here's Smith. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block. A 3-point opportunity here. And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Fred VanVleet.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now here's VanVleet. 15 in his last outing. Smith right side. Outside Eason. Green for 3. Capella with a rebound. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Trailing by 2. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. The Rockets have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. VanVleet, the pass to Green. Pass to Smith. The 3. The rebound by the Hawks. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And in that game, they owned the glass. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
Oh, it's stolen by Eason. Smith outside. Pass to VanVleet. Now Young with a steal. The kick out to Johnson. Back to Young. Clock at 6. Capella, screen on VanVleet. Young from long range. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
VanVleet scanning the floor. Outside Eason. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Daniels.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Pass to Young. There's the screen by Johnson. Young misses. The Rockets trail. Here's VanVleet. No made baskets yet. Now Şengün. Now here's Eason. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Green. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Back to Young. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
They're one of the best rim runners in the game. Capella is underappreciated at times because he doesn't fit the mold of the modern big. But he rebounds, defends, and takes shots he knows he can make. Shoot 2.
That free throw no good. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Caris LeVert's checked in for the Hawks. And a change for the Rockets. Brooks is checked in. He hits the second from the line. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. The Rockets, number 1.
This is not a team you want to face right now. They are locked in on the offensive end.
Houston has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Şengün. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Young. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his third year, Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11 post guy. He is so skilled.
That free throw good from Şengün. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Man, he's checked in for Young. Both free throws good from Şengün. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back. I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Smith passes to Van Vliet. The Rockets again can't hit.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
On the wing man, there's the screen by Johnson. Three-pointer. Man misses. And Houston has possession. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Now here's Johnson. He also had a big impact in that win against the Suns. High arcing shot, and he's knocked off course by the D. So the foul is called, and he'll shoot free throws. It's going to go on Jalen Green. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And so he hits both. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Trailing by 2. Şengün, a screen on Levert. Outside for Brooks. From deep. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
And he's much more comfortable shooting off a pass. Brooks with a nice shot.
Atlanta's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Here's Daniels. He had 16 in the win against Phoenix.
Yeah, what about his work on the glass? I mean, he was an all-around contributor to a winning effort.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
The Rockets shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Green, the pass to Şengün. Şengün, a screen on Johnson. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
And the Hawks shooting only 31% to get this game underway. Here's Johnson. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 1. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Levert goes against Green. It's Şengün, high post. Puts it up from 17. Rebounded by Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Back to Johnson. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün in the post. Covered by Johnson. Şengün, no good. Outside man. Here's Daniels. LeVert outside. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
Rockets trail by 4. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Atlanta leading by 4. And stolen by Green. Here's Van Vliet. And he makes it.
Ready to play rough inside. Van Vliet navigates the contact.
And Atlanta with possession here. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Good idea to call timeout. It looked like the guys were getting some heavy legs out there.
Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Risacher comes in for Daniels. Adams checked in for the Rockets. Thompson comes in for Green. Okongwu, the pass to LeVert. And here's Mann. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Now here's Thompson. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
And look at Adams keeping his composure. He doubles down on his inside shot and wins a trip to the charity stripe.
Houston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Now LeVert, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's Mann. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Thompson. The putback. Tries yet again. Pass to Adams. Now here's Brooks. And here is Thompson. He's guarded by Mann. Thompson, no good.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Okongwu with it. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Thompson scanning the floor. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Onyeka Okongwu.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Can't get the first one.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
And the Hawks making a change here. Nance is checked in, and he's good on the second. Atlanta leading by 4. LeVert passes to Okongwu. Pass to Rizache. Nance with a screen on Brooks. 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get one up here. Man, misses.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Adams with the ball. Back to Van Vliet. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. There's 48 seconds left now in the first quarter. Pass to Mann. 5 to shoot. Back to LeVert from downtown. Adams grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 4. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Van Vliet. The D's right on him. Here's Şengün. Off target from 3-point range. Pass to Rizache. Takes the 3. No good that time. And so the first quarter is in the books. The Hawks on top, up by 4, and will return shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Terrence Mann is out there with Caris LeVert. Then it's Rizache. Then it's Larry Nance. And it's Okongwu in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Here's Rizache. He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assist.
Okongwu, no good. And it's Şengün with the ball for Houston. They trail by 1. Pass to Shepherd. And here is Thompson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. It's LeVert on the wing. Now Nance. Here's Okongwu. Adams covering. The 3 from Rizache. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Rockets trail by 4. Pass to Shepherd. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Now here's Brooks, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's Rizache. Okongwu, a screen on Thompson. Here's Rizache, down low. LeVert, right side, just 4 to shoot. Here's Mann. It's hauled in by Houston. And here is Thompson. Pass to Brooks. Şengün, a screen on LeVert. Inside. It's stolen by Okongwu. And a fast break now for the Hawks. The three from Riza Shea. Offensive board. Outside to LeVert. From outside the arc. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Brooks outside. Pass to Thompson. Over Okongwu. And there's Thompson on the assist by Brooks.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
The Hawks leading. LeVert with the ball. 8 points in his last time out. Here's Okongwu. Here's Riza Shea. Brooks defending. Let's go with a 3. Man, misses. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Adams. Now here's Şengün. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Larry Nance picks one up.
Oh, okay, Şengün. Look at the big man baiting the defender into the foul.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. First one falls.
Lots of promise in Şengün's game. Certainly has the frame to be special.
Matthews, he's checked in for Atlanta. Krejci comes in for Mann. Eason's checked in for Houston. Van Vliet comes in for Shepherd. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Fires from deep. Here's Okongwu. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Hawks lead by 3.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
So for the Hawks, Capella, he's checked in for Nance. Mann comes in for Matthews. And it's Trae Young in for Krejci. Thompson against LeVert. The kick out to Van Vliet. Outside Eason. Launches it. Hits the three-pointer. Eason's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That is why the team is playing Van Vliet. He has the ability to spot open teammates.
Tari Eason is seen by some as a player on the rise, Richard. Things are coming together for him.
Yeah, his game is evolving along with his confidence. When young players put in work, they are going to get better, and that's what Eason has done.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Thompson against LeVert. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
When they time that play right, Capella is a good man to have on the end of it. He's a strong finisher when he rolls off the screen.
Houston has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Adams. Stolen by Capella. And now the Hawks on the break. And here's LeVert for 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. LeVert's got 6. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Now here's Adams. In his last outing, 8 points for him.
You got to love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Young looking over the floor. Okongwu, a screen on Van Vliet. Young from long range. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in the game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And he knocks down the first one. And Houston making a change here. Green is checked in. Good on both. Now LeVert. 6 points for him. To the inside. Here's Young. Pass to man. The 3. Rockets with a rebound. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. Adams with a screen on Young. Green with the ball. Nice move. Capella with a block.
Yeah, great timing on the denial by Capella. Able to get a piece of the ball on that one.
Atlanta making some changes. Johnson comes in for man, and Daniels is subbed in for LeVert. And a change for the Rockets. Thompson, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks lead by 3. From deep, Johnson. Rebounded by Green.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Nice execution inside from Green.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
Now here's Young. He's got 5. Outside Johnson. Capella, screen on Thompson. It's Johnson with a drive. There's the triple. He's off on that one. The Rockets have gotten 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. Here's Van Vliet. And Okongwu with the block. And he gets it back. Here's Green. Oh, he got hacked, but Green hits it anyway.
Making things happen amongst those trees, Green. He's pretty relentless.
Well, the Hawks shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. Here's Young, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. Daniels misses.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And so it's Atlanta with it. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That'll be the second of a 2-game stretch at home. Johnson finds Young. Here's Daniels. Up top, Johnson. Defended by Thompson. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred Van Vliet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. He's off on the first. Risache, he's checked in for Okongwu. And the second free throw is good. And Atlanta with possession here. Trailing by 4. Pass to Rizachet. And here's Johnson. Capella, screen on Eason. They need this. Johnson. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Four on the clock. Here's Young.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Adams, a pass to Green. Johnson against Eason. Pass to Adams. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, this is where Adams looks to score, especially when he has a matchup he likes.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So for the Rockets, Alperen Sengun comes in for Adams, and it's Smith in for Thompson. Johnson against Smith. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Capella, screen on Green. Here's Daniels. It's blocked.
A little attitude on that swat. Sengun making his presence felt.
There's Young with the 3. Oh, the lethal 3-ball of Young.
And when you're trailing in a game, it can be tempting to try to go for the big play.
Van Vliet against Young. Van Vliet left side. For 3, Smith. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Now here's Young. Give him 8. From deep, Johnson. And the Hawks with another 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Green. 3-point lead. Hey, rejected by Capella. They're running. Here's Young. Plenty of space. And it falls all over the rim and in. Young's got 10 points.
And the defense really has no chance when Young gets in space. He's just too skilled.
There's a minute 34 left in the first half. Eason, pass to Van Vliet. Johnson against Smith. Outside, Green. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
And Rizachet gets it to go.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run. .103 left in the second quarter.
Van Vliet against Young. Smith in the high post. And miss after miss right now. The Hawks leading. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Johnson a screen on Green. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. Rockets trail by 3. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And it's Green missing. Here's Rizachet, defended by Eason. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. 13 points in the game.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Sengun, a screen on Young. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. No luck on that one.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk. We're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
And welcome to halftime. With the All-Star festivities around the corner, here are the favorites to take part in the dunk contest. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Hawks.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 6-point game. Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Smith and Sengun play together in the front court. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Eason in at the 3. Hey, rejected by Capella.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. It's going to be on Tari Eason, and the free throw, no good. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Rizachet. Green against Young. Capella, screen on Green. Young from long range. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Van Vliet finds Green. Now here's Smith for 3. And that comes off the assist by Green. Smith's got 11.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And defense is all about will and desire. Here are the NBA leaders in steals so far. Alperen Şengün is second.
His defensive focus has been superb these last few games, continuously finding ways to strip ball handlers and upset the offense.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Johnson for 3. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 11.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Van Vliet. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, a prolific scorer from all 3 levels. Smith showing off here tonight.
The Hawks lead by 6. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Johnson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. The free throw dropped for Johnson. And he makes the first but misses the second. Rockets trail by 7. Pass to Green. Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
You can tell Green likes to move quickly. He gets that ball and he's taking the shot in just a few seconds.
Here's Daniels. He's scoreless. Here's Risacher. Outside Johnson. Young with it. Shot clock at 6. Back to Johnson. Up and over Smith. The shot by Johnson, no good. Houston has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. And here's Van Vliet. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play, rolling into open position right on cue.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Young against Van Vliet. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
And Houston has possession. Here's Eason. And that's collected by Trae Young.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Johnson finds Young. Screen by Capella. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Pass to Şengün. Back to Van Vliet. And here's Eason. On the wing, Green. Oh, Green with the gritty bucket inside.
The defense does have Green well covered, but look, he fights through it and finds a way inside.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Johnson on the wing. Here's Reza Shea, defended by Eason. Reza Shea, no good.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Smith passes to Eason for the tie. And he drew the blocking foul. So he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Johnson. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hawks.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists.
Now here's Capella. Pass to Reza Shea. Lets it go from deep. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Rockets trail by 4. Van Vliet outside. Outside Eason. The rebound by the Hawks. Outside Young. Pass to Johnson. Young against Van Vliet. Young inside. Oh, Young with the power move.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
And Houston has possession. Van Vliet outside. Now Smith. On the wing, Green. And a miss there on the triple. The Hawks lead by 6. The 3 from Reza Shea. It's hauled in by Houston. Eason's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Green. Blocked!
Yeah, that was great job on defense from Daniels. He knows how to distract shooters.
Here's Young. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Eason, good.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Atlanta's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Johnson. Back to Young. The 3. Capella. Tipped back in for 2. Capella's got 5 now.
Refusing to give up on the glass, Capella truly works for his rebounds.
Here's Green. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And this is his second and third free throws tonight. First one falls for him.
The first ever pick out of the G League Ignite, Jalen Green created his own pathway to the NBA, selected 2nd overall in 2021.
Man, he's checked in for the Hawks. LeVert comes in for Trae Young. Dylan Brooks checked in for the Rockets. Pass to Reza Shea. Inside. Banked it in off the glass. He has 6.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. Brooks outside. Off the mark there with a 3. The Hawks lead by 5. Outside Johnson. Here's Reza Shea. Brooks defending. Back to Capella. And there's a 3-second violation. And the upcoming schedule for the Atlanta Hawks. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago going up against the Bulls.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it won't be easy, but as a player, you love that kind of challenge. A chance to take down the top team and show everyone what you can do.
Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Sengun. That three's off the mark.
Still looking for his first make, and they could really use the help right now.
LeVert outside. Back to Okongwu. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot blocked. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And with All-Star Weekend approaching, let's see what's going on in the West. You take a look at the Rockets. They've put together the 6th best record in the conference.
When I look at Houston, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
From here on out is just about putting in the work, coming to every game ready to compete, and never giving less than your best.
The Hawks lead by 5. On the wing man, Green covering. The shot by LeVert, no good. Houston has gone 3 of 7 from deep so far in the third quarter. Green finds Brooks. To the paint. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
I like that play. You get something for Smith going toward the cup.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Capella, screen on Green. Outside man. Pass to Capella. Johnson on the wing. Outside man. Okongwu, a screen on Green. Man fires in the triple. Man's got 9.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
From the high post. Van Vliet misses.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
And here's LeVert for 3. Rockets with a rebound. Sengun's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Terrence Mann.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
Atlanta making some changes here. Nance, he's checked in for Capella, and it's Bufkin in for Mann. Steven Adams checked in for Houston. Thompson comes in for Van Vliet. Now here's Nance. Still without a bucket. Pass to Johnson. Green against LeVert. Johnson a screen on Green. Now here's Okongwu from the arc. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thompson attacking. Here's Green. And another miss by Houston.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Johnson with a bucket.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Rockets trail by 7. Green with the ball. He's got 14. Brooks outside. Fires for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Now here's LeVert. He has 6. Pass to Nance. Back to LeVert. Now Johnson. Brooks defending. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Dillon Brooks.
Man, good whistle there.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And Atlanta making a change here. Mann's checked in. Shepard, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Johnson drops them both. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Now Brooks, 7 points in the game. An easy 2 on the layup. Brooks has got 6 points in the quarter.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Here's LeVert. 4-point game. Throws it up high. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Houston has got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the third quarter. Şengün, a screen on Johnson. Here's Brooks on the take. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Brooks has got 11 points. .30 seconds left in the third. Now here's LeVert. 6 points for him. Pass to Okongwu. Back to LeVert. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Good on the shot. And now just a 2-point Atlanta lead.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Okongwu, a screen on Brooks. Johnson for 3. Sinks the tray. Johnson's got 13 in the second half.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Jalen Johnson, he's been the guy making things happen for Atlanta. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Onyeka Okongwu. Larry Nance is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Caris LeVert, and it's Krejci in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Eason pulls it in. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Thompson. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
Atlanta leading by 5. Outside man. Here's Okongwu. Nance with a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Krejci. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Adams has got 8 rebounds in the game. Brooks drives in. 3-pointer, Van Vliet. Counted from distance.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. LeVert goes against Thompson. Nance, the pass to Okongwu. Here's Krejci. Okongwu, a screen on Van Vliet. Here's the three. And Atlanta misses again. The Rockets shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And it's Easton penetrating. That ties it up.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Outside man. Okongwu, a screen on Brooks. Outside man. Beyond the arc. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Brooks from outside. Another three from Houston.
And their field goal percentage is finally creeping up after a tough first half. They're really trying to hold on tight to this lead.
Hawks trail by 3. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Nance outside. Back to man. To halt the run. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Brooks. The Rockets lead by 3. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Back to Van Vliet. The three ball. The rebound by Krejci.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
So tough to negate LeVert's wingspan when he's in attack mode. It's one of his deadliest characteristics.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
What's impressive about Caris LeVert, he's played a lot of different roles, Richard.
From averaging 20 points a game to more of a complimentary scorer. Look, LeVert has been a starter. He's come off the bench. He has thrived in any assignment you give him.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Krejci. And a change for the Rockets. Smith, he's checked in for Brooks. Smith, nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Smith's got 11 in the second half.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Young, the pass to man. Nance against Smith. Pass to Young. Puts up a deep three. Long distance Trae.
It's another big night for Trae Young. A relentless scorer, constantly testing your defense.
Adams with a screen on Young. And here's Thompson. Here's Easton. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. LeVert with the ball. Now Thompson defending.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
Houston has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Thompson passes to Adams. Van Vliet outside. Back to Adams. Pass to Easton. 4-3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Easton's got 5 points now in the quarter. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. Fearless from Young inside.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Pass to Adams. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Down low. Here's Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
LeVert goes against Thompson. Van Vliet outside. Smith outside. Clock at 6. Pass to Thompson. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Nance. For Atlanta, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Now here's Okongwu, covered by Smith. Young against Thompson. Here's Nance. Over Van Vliet. Outside for LeVert from behind the arc. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 8 now. Eason finds Thompson. Now Van Vliet. Adams with a screen on LeVert. Van Vliet with it. Now Okongwu defending. They get the rebound. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
Okongwu with the bucket.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Johnson comes in for Nance. Risache, he's checked in for Mann. And Daniels is subbed in for LeVert. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Brooks. Takes a 3, and that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got his 5th assist in this one.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
The Hawks trailing. Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Young won't be held back.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And Houston has possession. And here is Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
If that doesn't belong in the dunk contest, then I don't know what was. That is an impressive finish there by Green.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. To the inside. The putback. Smith with the rebound. Houston has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Pass to Şengün. Van Vliet outside. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks from outside. Rebound Atlanta. Daniels has got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson on the wing. Here's Risache. There's Young with the 3. Brooks with the rebound.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Smith finds Green. And here's Van Vliet, guarded by Young. And there's Van Vliet on the assist from Green. Green's got 6 assists in the game. Hawks trail by 3. Here's Capella. And it's Capella with the jam.
Oh, Capella stays ready. I mean, he's not his team's top scoring option, but he makes plays when he needs to.
Well, Houston's shooting 60% here in the fourth quarter. Terrific efficiency. Van Vliet against Young. Green up top. Smith outside. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Brooks. Stolen. And here's the fast break. He's all alone. Throw it down on the breakaway jam. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Eason's checked in for Brooks. And the Rockets with possession here. Green with the ball. Pass to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Back to Green. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's a veteran move there by the young fella. Green gets the defense off balance with the pump, draws the whistle. I like it.
And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there.
Normally he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
The 3 from Rizachet. They get the rebound. Capella. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Van Vliet with it. He brings it up for Houston. They trail by 1. That's to Şengün. 1:51 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Van Vliet. The rebound by Atlanta. Now Young. It's tipped.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Houston with another miss. And the Hawks shooting just under 40% from the field. Young, the pass to Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 7 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 3. Van Vliet finds Green. Back to Van Vliet. Şengün, a screen on Young. To win the cold spell. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Young.
Van Vliet is a crafty player. He knows how to draw a whistle.
So the first one drops. And that brings him within 2 here. Both free throws. Good from Van Vliet.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Young against Van Vliet. Pass to Daniels. Lets the 3 fly. Money from deep.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now here's Van Vliet. To the paint. Here's Şengün. Count it!
And that's an important shot from Şengün. He takes pride in delivering in big spots.
.34 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Screen by Young. There's the 3. The shot, no good.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. 8 seconds left in the fourth. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
Timeout called. Houston. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
and they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out for the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. It really kept this team's energy high.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Trey, congratulations. You guys had to play with another level of effort and competitive pride out there to get this win.
That's all it is. We try to come out every night, compete, put a lot of intensity, put a lot of enthusiasm, have fun. And we've been doing that lately, and it's been great.
We can feel the enthusiasm. Thanks, Trey.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Trae Young.